Perfect. And then I'll share my screen. Now, are you able to see my the presentation?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Lutfi Jarari. It is a pleasure to talk to you. I've known Nam for many years, and I'm always super happy and excited when I have the chance to talking to students who are in the process of, thinking of applying for their senior year to the US, hopefully to a liberal arts university, and then hopefully to DePaul University. So the goal today is to tell you a little bit about DePaul University, but also I want to address some of the concerns that students and parents have regarding the current geopolitical issues in the United States, in the world. So just give you a little bit of information. And also at the end, I'll open it for a Q&A. So you can ask any questions. Either you can unmute yourself or you can put your question in the chat. So the picture that you see, that's one of the main buildings that we have at DePaul University. DePaul campus is a beautiful campus. I highly recommend that you visit our website. We have a virtual tour so you can see our facilities. DePaul is truly an amazing campus. So we were established in 1837. So DePaul has been around for a very, very long time. We welcomed our first international students in 1877. So again, we are one of the pioneers in hosting students from other countries, and we're very, very proud to be a global university. We are a liberal arts university, but we are very, very focused on research and STEM fields. In fact, our computer science department is one of our best departments that we have. We have an amazing business school. We have an engineering program, a partnership with Columbia University and Washington University. So sciences at DePaul are very, very strong. Of course, humanities and arts majors are also strong as well. So you probably know that we are one of the top liberal arts universities in the nation. As you know, there are over 4,000 universities, and DePaul has consistently stayed above top 50. I have some very exciting news to share with you about DePaul, but I'm going to wait until the end, to tell you a little bit about what's to come at DePaul University. So DePaul is very strong because of its academic and because of the focus that we have on students. Our number one goal at DePaul University is our students. We want them to have an excellent academic experience, but also equally, we care about everything that they do outside the classroom, research, internship, being involved in social organizations. That's really what embodies a liberal arts education. So right now, let's see the map so you can see where DePaul is. So this is the map of the United States. We are located in the Midwest. We are located in the state of Indiana. I will describe the temperature as mild. So if you go north to Indiana, it gets cold, as you get closer to Canada. If you go, down below Indiana, the weather gets warmer and very, very warm, like where I'm pointing in Alabama, Mississippi. So really, it's a really nice location. Midwest is known to be hospitable. People are very, very welcoming. The campus is beautiful. The weather is very, very nice. So all the conditions are there. And also, which is very important, the international airport is about 30 minutes away from our campus. We have buses to take students. So that's important. And there are many big cities near us. 45 minutes to Indianapolis, which is the capital of Indiana and one of the big cities in the United States. Chicago is not too far away either. There are many big cities that are near us, and there are opportunities for students to go visit all these big cities. So a little bit about academics. So we have what we call a 4-1-4 academic calendar. What I mean by that is we have the fall term, which everyone would be familiar with, right? We have the spring term, but we also have a short term called winter term in January. And students who are not able to do the January term can do the May term. So 4-1-4, that is the academic calendar. Of course, you're required to be enrolled in both the fall and spring semester, and you need to take 2 winter terms in order to graduate from DePaul, or you could take 1 winter term and do a study abroad experience. And you probably already know that we are one of the top in terms of study abroad opportunities. DePaul has consistently been ranked in the top 10 for providing the best study abroad opportunity. So I mentioned that we are a global university. We're very, very proud that 23% of all our students are international. That is really, really huge. Even if you look at Ivy League, you know, maybe only Harvard, the one that I know, that has about 30% international students. But it's not very common to see a university with such a strong international presence. So we're very, very proud of that. We're proud that we are the #1 liberal arts university in our states. And then, as I mentioned, we've always consistently been ranked in the top 50. The DePaul campus is really big, amazing facilities, but we keep the classroom really small. So on average, 17, 14 students per class, because we care about that one-on-one experience and relationship that you build with your professors. We have students from all over the states, but also we have students from so many different countries all over the world. So at DePaul, we have 3 schools. We have the School of Business and Leadership. We have the Creative School. That's where you study music, art, film, theater. And then the College of Liberal Arts and Science, which is the biggest school that we have. So 3 schools. And students can take class in any of those 3 schools. So we're very, very flexible. And then the emphasis is for students to explore and find things that they're passionate about. So there's so many majors at DePaul, almost 100 majors right now. And then, as I mentioned, the ratio faculty to students is about 10-1. And I did mention that the average class is about 17. We have so many student organizations, so many international student organizations. We're known for Greek life, so fraternities and sororities, and many of our international students will participate in these organizations, because the more that you get to know about the US culture, the more that you network, the better your future is. And that's how you can take really full advantage of a US experience. So did mention about the College of Liberal Arts and Science. That's the biggest. The top majors, I did mention that STEM fields at DePaul are absolutely strong. Our business school is one of only 4 in the entire United States that combine both courses in business and leadership. And that is very, very important. And that distinguish our business programs at DePaul. Please know that all the programs in the business school are STEM fields. I keep mentioning STEM. STEM gives you more opportunities post-graduation. Maybe you've heard of something called OPT, Optional Practical Training. It means that with your student visa, you're able to stay in the United States for up to 3 years if you do a STEM degree to work in different companies here in the US. If you don't do a STEM degree, you can only have OPT or that work experience for 1 year. So I always recommend that students to consider a STEM field. Obviously, double majoring is really big at DePaul. So you can definitely do, like a major in communication, but also combine that with a business degree or any of the other STEM degrees. The creative school, I did mention art, music, theater. It's very, very strong as well. I want to really advise students who are considering applying to DePaul to look at the Honor Scholars and Fellows program. These programs not only provide you with research opportunity, but some of them, like the Management Fellows, guarantee you an internship, a semester-long paid internship with one of the top companies in the United States. So all these programs are very, very strong. They will look really good in your resume, and then you will learn so much more than the courses that you take at DePaul. So please, if you are considering applying to DePaul, not only mention in your application that you're considering major X, but also do mention that you are interested in the Honor Scholars and Fellows program, because regardless of your major, these programs would provide you with hands-on experience, which is really, really important. So technology is really big at DePaul, and we have a program called Information Technology Associate Program. You get paid, they teach you technology skills, and then they give you job placement on campus with different departments. ITAP pays the highest student wages, so that's something also to consider. Not only you learn more about technology, which is, as you know, so important in today's world, but also you get paid, you get compensated for that. At DePaul, we care so much about you being mentored. So we have different mentors to help you. We have tutors. We have different professors who meet with you regularly because we want you to be successful. We want you to understand everything that you need to understand. You can do research on your own. You can do research with your professors. But for us, academic and pushing you to achieve uncommon success is really, really important. So we have an office that focuses on assisting our international students. We have actually 5 full-time staff, and their main job is to work with international students. Again, that shows how DePaul is dedicated to helping international students. I guarantee you that other universities would not have 5 staff members dedicated to working with international students. So that would be me. I've worked in international education for over 20 years. I'm now the assistant vice president. So I have so much experience, not only in admission, but also in immigration matters, which I do to assist not only students, but also our faculty at DePaul University. And I have other colleagues who their main focus and job is to work with international students. So I did mention the student organizations. We have student organizations for different countries. And of course, we do have a student organization for Vietnamese students, which is very vibrant, and they do so many different programs. They organize different trips and different things. I'm always proud to share outcomes. So outcomes is, everything that students do once they finish their education. So 2/3 of all our international students stay in the United States when they finish their studies at DePaul. So they're either attending top graduate programs or they are working in the United States. And some of them, they have their own startup. So really exciting. And that just shows how students are able to network with our alumni, that we have good relationships to assist students post studies and then moving to their careers and jobs. We're very proud that we have, right now at DePaul, close to $1 billion in endowments. So that's money that was donated by, previous students, we call them alumni. And the goal for donating the money is to assist DePaul in providing good scholarships for students, but also making sure that we have state-of-the-art facilities. We have over 35,000 alumni from all over the world. I'm always super excited when I go to Vietnam because we have so many amazing alumni who are either starting their own companies, working in the government, doing so many amazing things. And it's always nice to meet with them, but also invite them when I do events for incoming students from Vietnam. So I did mention OPT. So there is OPT and CPT, and these are processes for us in order to help students with the immigration paperwork they need in order to either do an internship or, as I mentioned, you work with your student visa for 3 years in the United States if you are doing a STEM degree. But you can see that our students are either doing internships or working at top companies, in the US, like Google, Amazon. They're working for Microsoft, Facebook, all the top tech companies. The application process, as you might know, we have early decision, we have early action, and we have regular decision. I tell students, If you do your research and you feel that DePaul is a good fit for you, the earlier that you apply, the stronger are your chances not only to be admitted, but also to receive a strong scholarship. So that's very, very important. I'm also listing the application material that we need, which obviously you can find in our website. It's the usual things that you might expect. So there is an application, and I'm mentioning, either the Common App, which is the most popular. There is an essay. You need English proficiency, your transcript, recommendation letters. There is a financial form that we have at DePaul. So it's an online form that you fill out. And then, for students interested in music, they can opt to do an audition. So we do a holistic review. We not only care about your academics, but we care about everything that you've done in high school, whether you are passionate about sport, whether you're passionate about music, anything that you've done in high school matters to us. We want to bring the best and brightest students from all over the world, and we want to make sure that we're providing you all the opportunities for you to excel and have an amazing experience. I mentioned we have scholarships. We also provide financial aid. And I really encourage you to go to our website because there's so many amazing opportunities for scholarships and financial aid. And I mentioned, applying early is really, really helpful, especially if you feel that DePaul is, a good university for you. Please be authentic when you write your personal statements. Don't use ChatGPT because we will know if it's not, if the essay is not coming from you. We have softwares to detect if students are cheating. You can, of course, use you could use GPT to maybe correct your grammar, but as far as ideas, it should be your ideas, it should be your statements. So please be very mindful of that. And I'm providing, QR codes where you can, if you want to schedule an appointment with an admission counselor and also to do a virtual tour. We have so many social media presence everywhere, so you can follow us as well in all the social media. You can also connect with our current students and alumni. So that was the end of my presentation. I'm gonna stop sharing and open it up for questions if you guys have questions. And you can either drop your question in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, you can do that. So I'll let you think of questions, and I want to address, because when I was talking to Mr. Nam, we talked a little bit about the current geopolitical situations. So to explain, currently there is a halt on student visa appointments at U.S. embassies all over the world. So this is not only Vietnam or not only China or not only Japan, but it's worldwide. And the reason the administration has decided to do that, because they want to include social media vetting in the process of applying for a visa to the United States. So that means that you'll be required when you apply for a student visa to the United States to provide URL or links to all your social media accounts, and the Department of State might check your account. I've met yesterday with students who are coming this fall, and my recommendation was to make sure that they turn all their social media accounts to public instead of private. If you have nothing to hide, you have no political involvements, in negative political involvements in the United States, then you should be fine. There won't be any issues. They're basically just looking for troublemakers, students who might come to the United States and cause trouble. So if your focus is academic, your focus is career, you have nothing to fear, do provide those links to social media accounts, and do turn your social media accounts to public instead of private. One advice that I would have for you, if there is anything that you would feel ashamed of to show to your parents or grandparents, then please delete that. If you're not comfortable with people seeing something maybe that you did, I don't know, maybe a student, drinking alcohol and then filming that and posting that on social media. You probably wouldn't be proud to show that to your grandparents. So same thing, don't show things like that in your social media accounts. And be mindful of who you like or what articles you like. As long as you're not liking any articles that might be perceived as negative toward the United States, then you should be fine. And we expect that the halt on visa appointments, we think that will be lifted by next week. So this was just a short time, just for the administration to implement more vetting processes to look at social media, while they're checking for the application for students. Any question about that? Okay, if there are no questions, so recommendation for students who are planning to apply for next year, please apply early. Please do your due diligence and, visit website, make connection with counselors, make connections with students. And then also when it comes to applying for your visa, the earlier that you apply, the better are your chances. So this year we knew that there were going to be complications, which is the reason why we started recommending for our students to apply for their visas early in February before any of these, current challenges have happened. So that will be, my advice again for next year, when you apply and hopefully you get admitted, that you start on that process for visa way early in the process, not to wait until May or June, because, the more that you wait into the summer, the more are the number of applicants also trying to do the same thing and apply for that same visa. Nam, is there anything you want me to address before, we end the session? Okay, if there are no more questions, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you for attending the session. And please do reach out to us, if you have any questions. I'm going to put my email accounts, and please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. But also, I recommend that you, check our website. So here's the email. And then let me share with you. And this is the DEPA website, if you want to visit. And I'll share with you also the international website. Okay, thank you so much for attending this session. Have a great day. I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.